lot with other games now. All right, so let's see here. What do we got to start off? We've got Lily Grove Shambler. The start of your turn, sacrifice another troop. Whenever you sacrifice a troop, whether it's to this guy or something else, troops you control get +1/+1. This seems really risky. That seems like a super risky card to take, because they just have to kill one card, basically. They can just let it eat your own field, and then they kill the one card, and then your stuff's done. Plus, it's double sharded. So if I want to win this, I probably don't take that guy. We've got Blight's pretty solid here. I took that last week. That was a good one. We probably want Blight here, honestly. I think we want Blight. Just because it's a nice board clear. It's a lot more useful. Seems pretty good. Destroy target troop, discard card. Death toll seems okay, but there are some situations where it's a little bit clunky. Yeah, so we're going to try to actually do well this week. So we're not going to draft the Lily Gold. We're not going to rare draft the Shambler. We're going to go ahead and go with the Blight here. I feel good about that choice. And let's see. Deploy, discard your hand. Ugh. You lose all non-blood thresholds. At the start of your turn, create a random blood card that you meet the threshold requirements to play and put it into your hand. That's kind of interesting, exciting if it's the last card you're going to play, I suppose. Jeez. Troop in the crypt. It doesn't seem great. I mean, I could have that card and it would be okay. +2 in rebirth. I feel okay about taking it because it's a nice card to play. Like if it's your last card, you can kind of hold on to it. It is playable. I think I take the Forsake the Shards. I think that one's reasonable enough that I can just sit on it and you do what you do with some of the other cards. Blood seems to want to have a lot of things that just kind of hang out in your hand and you play them like last. The Crypt Spitter is also really good here as a defensive troop. Each champion choosing discards an action. I'm playing a lot of discard lately in draft, that's for sure. It seems like that's something that I'm doing. And we did say we were trying to get the guy where we discard cards and he gets bigger. So there's that. Draw 2 cards, gain 2 health is always good. Or lose 2 health rather. But drawing cards is always good for the blood player. Blood or wild shard. I'm thinking the cannibalize right now. Right now we're almost like mono blood at this point. Can we play a mono shard deck in this multi-sharded format? Is it possible? I don't know. We'll see. It might be possible. The Glimmer Fox might also be reasonable here to take because we do have diamond. We are pushed. No, we aren't actually in diamond yet, but we probably will be. I like this card. I think this is a really good card too. Trigger the deploy effect of a troop. Plus you get to buff them, so you get lots of value out of this trick. I'm a big fan of having maybe 1 to 2 of those in your deck. So I think we'll take the Cannibalize over the Glimmer Fox, but the Glimmer Fox was tough. That was a tough choice to choose that over the Glimmer Fox. I love that we can see the cards we didn't pick now. That's really nice to have that ability. Okay, destroy target troop. That troop's controller loses 2 health, and I gain 2 health. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Here's one that makes me want to play all the shards. A 4/4 for 3 if we have all of our shards available, which is what we talked about doing at the beginning of this. Playing that one champion. Target troop you control gets +3. Opposing troop gets -3. Power. Permanently. It's pretty good. I'm a big fan of this elephant too. Let's just go for it. Let's go for the 5 shard deck. And we'll just draft whatever we feel like. How about that? It's been a while since I've done something like that. I like the Soul Shatter as well, but yeah, let's try to get some of these Resonant Erratics. It's a socketable miner, but yeah. maybe I should start looking for all of these uh, familiars that I keep seeing on the, there's two different champions for each different shard, and one of them always references a familiar, but I'm not always, like, I'm not looking for these familiars at all. This guy is definitely a one of. I don't think he's as early a pick as I was picking him last week. That's definitely not one we want. The Curio might be okay for us. They are uncommon, so they don't come up that often, and they cycle, which is nice. Reverted troop -1/-1. Spoil is always good to have at least one of those in your deck. I always end up putting it on my reserves and then siding it in on game 2. I should really just main deck it because so many times, reverting a troop is just really powerful. Unblockable and Rowdy is pretty good. Could take the Sensei, but I think the Curio is what we want here. I think this is what we want, especially because we're going to play 5 shards in the deck. 4 damage to target exhausted troops, pretty good too. Still not seeing the guy where we discard cards and he gets bigger. I think it's an uncommon. Or troop is pretty good. So we can discard cards, deal damage to troops. That's pretty good. That kills things. But it's a 4 cost. And how many cards are we going to discard at that point? It's hard to say. I'm not seeing any of the resources to discard right now at this point in the packs, which is a little bit worrisome. Deal 3 damage to opposing champion. I like this guy. I also like the False Confession. This is also good. Ooh, this is probably the most powerful thing here. Bouncing a troop and then putting a copy of it into your hands is pretty good for, just stealing your opponent's stuff. Target resource or troop from your crypt into your hand. That's pretty good, especially if we end up getting those resources we're looking for. That's on the attack. It's going to make something -1/-1. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. We've got a Curio as well. I think we want the Curio. I like the From the Wreckage, but usually that I can pick those up later. We only need like 2 of them if we take any at all. And we don't really have a lot of discard, and we aren't discarding a lot of, we don't have any resources to discard for this just yet. So the Scavenger is also good. I like that as well. Okay, so yeah, we'll take that. Curio. 4 target cards from your crypt in your deck. When you play this, draw a card. It's pretty good. Discard a card. Okay. Target gets unblockable. That just makes something bigger. There's an Oracle Song to draw cards. Here's a Killblade. I think I'll take the Killblade. I feel like I need some trade removal, early trade removal there. It will be good to have that. Spell Shield's always good to have with the fusion. What do we fuse it with? That's always a question. But one time I fused it with the Life Drain, and everyone said, oh, that's not going to work. And it actually worked really well. So Life Drain and Spell Shield seem pretty good. Battling an opposing troop is good too, though. This is probably better right now. I want this. Let's go ahead and get the Smackdown here. So let's get that. I don't have a lot of troops to use it with, though. That's the issue I'm seeing. Okay, so we probably take any and all of these at this point. Get a Blood Shard. Okay. Rebirth. I'm not excited about that. Deploy discards in action. That's pretty good, but it costs 5. The Leyline Purifier is always good because it takes care of constants. But I think we want a ton of these. Roots of Retribution. Anything where it's discard, put a shard. We want to get those in the deck. Because we're playing 5 shards at this point, so yeah, we want this as well, unless something is that much better, but probably gets flight. That's only one time. Fusion Skyguard, yeah, not too excited about that. Yeah, definitely the root. So far, I think it's okay, Irish. I think you're one of the few people I didn't unsubscribe today. I unsubscribed a bunch of people. Discard a Ruby Shard Sapphire. Yeah, so we definitely, I think we want that root. Yeah, we want this for sure. Picked up a bunch right at the end here. This is pretty cool. It's nice playing 5 shards because I can just be like, yep, any one of these is good for me. Ah, there we go. Fusion Spell Shield. I definitely want that. We talked about that. 2 target opposing troops in their controller's hands. No. For 5 that's a lot to ask. Yeah. Okay. Definitely this guy. The spell. Now we just need to find something good to fuse him with, and we'll be set. Oh, definitely. Wow, the false confession came back. I'm surprised. I'm a big fan of this. Interrupt something and deal damage seems pretty good, especially because so far we're playing a fairly control-oriented deck. From the Wreckage, big fan of this one at this point, especially because now we have the resources to justify it. Yeah, so getting those resources back. Deal 1 damage. Yes, definitely. Deal damage. This is going to be exciting. We're playing 5 shards this week. I mean, I'm excited. Like this guy. Like we can totally justify this guy now. Let's see. Doombringer your Ka attacks. Choose one. Void an opposing card. Draw 3 cards. Or deal 5 damage to a champion. So he could deal 10 damage in 1 turn. Possibly to an open board. And it has speed. Void opposing cards. So we can void troops. We can void constants. Yeah, we're definitely taking this guy. I know it costs 7. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of ramp to ramp up into him. A card like that, but I mean, eventually we can get to 7 if we just kill enough of their stuff, right? If we just draft enough, just removal spells and just kind of play control, and just steal all the guys where it's light, where it's spell shield, so they can't spell shield anything. $8 for this card, yeah, for sure. So that's basically the draft. This basically pays for the draft if I were to sell it, which I don't think I've actually sold cards on the auction house. I've bought cards, and I typically give away things, as you guys know. What's the thing walking around? That's your little stream avatar that you guys can actually control it. There's some commands up at the top. I'll put it on there because it's fun. If you guys don't think it's fun, then I can get rid of them. Deal 3 damage to opposing champion. If it's distracting. If it's too distracting. I don't think I want that. I think we want more blight. We want as much blight as possible. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, see, I'm listening to you so far, and I haven't got a lot of things. When this deals damage, champion gain. This is pretty good for the ramping, but I think we go with the blight. Summon a copy of this. So we could get 2. So with this and the other one, we could have 2 spell shielded troops that are 6/3s. I guess that's pretty cute. Yeah, I definitely want the blight though. I definitely want as much blight as possible. Board clears are going to be really key for those aggro decks. We ran into one last week that was really mean. Revert troops and turn them into Hailhawks, which is hopefully easier to deal with, but it does have flying. I could do it to my own troop as well. Prismatic control +1/+1. Play a prismatic card, it gets flight. Yeah, I don't think I want that. Yeah. Jeez, I don't even know what to pick. I guess I picked the root, right? Blood and sapphire shards. I guess this guy's pretty good, right? It's a 3/2 for 2. It could be flying sometimes, I guess. Still not seeing that card. That's the 2/2 that gets bigger every time you discard a card. I guess maybe people figured out that that guy was really good by now. I'm not seeing a lot of exciting things. There's that guy again. Flight. So we could have a Skyguard flight troop that costs 6. That's a 4 or a 5/4. 5/4 Skyguard flight seems pretty good. So maybe we'll take that here and fuse them up. That seems pretty good, right? Right? That seems good, right? Flying Skyguard. I mean, there was card that's like a control staple right there. Malevolence. Each opposing champion may discard any number of cards. Then that champion loses 4 health for each card in their hand. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Like, I don't think it's going to be a good thing. Flight and Life Drain, that's pretty sick for 3/3. Still damage deals 1 damage to you. I don't think I want that. The Life Drain, guys, is really kind of exciting for me. Target troop gets lethal and rebirth. It's a nice little trick. We don't have a lot of troops, though. That's a problem. Sun opposing troop, ready troop. I'm really liking the Life Drain here. And we have the multi-shards to make this happen. It is only a 3/3. But hopefully we can make it happen. Here's my favorite, the Daybloom. Deploy, choose up to 1 troop you can draw. It goes back to your hand, gets bigger. Lots of shards here. Some aggro-y cards. +5, +3, and crush. I think I'll see how much deploy stuff I've got here. I don't think I actually even have that much things that deploy and do things. No, I don't. Maybe we want this crush card. Yeah, it's an uncommon, so I like it because it can do it's a pretty good trick, and most of the time it should save our troop. This guy's probably our pick here. Fusion speed. We could take the Savage Showdown. I kind of want to get cards that don't need troops to do things. Discard a card, it gets unblockable for a really expensive troop. Gets invincible. So on the attack, it's invincible 1 time. Yeah, I think we want the Deadeye here. Pretty sure we want the Deadeye. Yeah. Destroy attacking or blocking troop, draw a card, discard card. Yep, that's the one we want. And that's pretty obvious, especially with this. It's got the Sapphire Threshold, so we can filter our hand if we need to. It's pretty good. Playing those 5 shards. Playing all the shards. We may take a Prism here at first glance. Deals 2 damage to me. I don't want anything that deals damage to me. Fatal Dose, though, might be reasonable. Gets +4 Life Drain and Swift Strike. That's pretty awesome. Is this better than the Fatal Dose? The Fatal Dose can kill things by itself. I think we want the Fatal Dose. I think we want that. Especially because we can put it on our spell shield guy that's, you know, may not be getting blocked anyways, because he's got flying. This guy's removal. I'm basically looking for a removal. It's most of what I'm looking for here. So we'll take the scavenger because he's removal, or at least a debuff at best, at worst. We might take the Immortal Tears just because we're 5 shards here to help us fix different issues. Yeah, I think that's what we want, is the Immortal Tears. So this is actually not that bad of a curve. Of course, we're not going to play every card in that stack, but we'll have to find some things. Let's see. So we probably take the Curio, Vertitroop. I'm still not seeing this. I wanted that card. I saw like 2 of them last week. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. I did not see. I'm not seeing that the 2/2. I think it's a Sapphire card. It's a 2/2 that every time someone discards a card, it might be Blood, that it gets bigger. Not seeing that guy at all. I think people got wise. Ready to troop, we get Spell Shield, we got Oakhenge. I don't think I want that one. I don't have enough troops for it to hit on. The Rummager is probably the best thing here. It's nice because it's like whatever I want, it's just like it's mine because, you know, playing all 5 of the shards. Probably mostly in Blood though. This guy is probably a pretty good piece of removal if I need it. It could kill flyers because it can target itself, make itself a 4/4, which is kind of cute. Here's another piece of removal because it's quick troop. Yeah, I'll take another troop here just in case I need them for something. I probably won't play either one of those guys. Let's see here. Void 2 troops and encrypts, and then summon an abomination with the voided troops combined. So I can void my own troops and then make an abomination, or void my opponent's troops. I guess that's okay. Doesn't really get me that excited. It could be something good if they have a lot really big things in their crypt, but I'm not that excited about this pack right now at all. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll rare draft this one because I'm not really excited about any of these cards. Yeah, okay, we'll just... Okay, this one's pretty good. Sudden Descent deals 4 damage to target troop. I still feel like I'm going to take this Blood card. I'm not sure I'll play it or not, though. Troops you control have +1/+1 in Rebirth. That seems pretty reasonable. It's 5, which is expensive. Sensei Fusion. Here's Life Drain, so we could put Life Drain on our flyer, on our guy instead of what we decided to put on him. That's going to be a highly picked one. This Life Drain is not going to go much further. So do I like the Life Drain? Oh wait, aha! Here he is. This guy. This is what we were looking for. The Dustman. We want these Dustmen. All right, that's definitely. We've been talking him up so much. I gotta go for it, right? Plus, let's see how much discard I've got already. I've got 3 lands that I can shuffle or I can discard, and I'm sure my opponent will have some. This guy I think is just underrated in the format in general because he can get out of hand really quickly. It's because you play him on 2 and then, yeah. Life Drain Rage 1 is pretty good. Deal 3 damage to that champion. Not too into that. That's very, I'm not really playing things to make them discard. Summons a Buster. That feels more like a constructed card. So we have the execute. We probably want the execute here. I do like the exile, but I don't think I have enough tricks to really help out or any way to give him flying right now. I don't have the diamond guy to give him flying. I didn't draft a bunch of those this week. I don't even think I saw one. So yeah, we want the execute here. Let's see what we got. Draw 3 cards, lose 3 health is pretty good. That's probably what we'll take here. It's flight, destroy troop, and then yeah. So did we take one of these already? I think we already took one of those. No, I looked at one. I think I took something. I guess I took something else instead. Here's a life drain again. Kind of want that as well, but I think we need to draw the 3 cards and lose the 3 health and just go with it. Especially because our champion power will heal us if we have all of 5 of our thresholds. So hopefully that should work out. The champion power, the 5 shard champion power guy. Deck, play this, draw a card. We do need diamond threshold for the champion power though. Fusion, life drain. Here we go. We'll probably take that guy. The fusion life drain guy, and then put it on our other guy. And we could take this ruby thing as well. We probably want diamond and blood. That's probably like our high pick for this type of deck. As far as shards go, like we need all the different. We could take any shard that we want to, any shard discard thing. Is that quick action? That's pretty good. Oh, but here he is. We gotta take him, right? Discard card, pay 2, play this for free. So we can play a 4/4 for 2 if we discard a card. So basically, if we discard a resource and we're on turn 3, we can play this guy for free. Seems pretty good. So maybe he'll come back around. Lots of good cards. I like all 4 of these. I like these. The Zombie Zerk, the Oracle Song, this guy, and then, yeah, those are all good cards. Why couldn't have those cards been in my first pack? Yeah, but I think we'll take the Erratics. Definitely going to play those. Probably take a resource here at first glance. So probably the blood one. Blood and ruby. Well, there's blood and ruby. There's blood and wild. I'm seeing more wild than I am. Yeah, so. Another thing about the champion power is he's not going to get you to double thresholds very easily. So like things like this guy might be a little bit too hard to play, so we'll probably cut him just because of that reason. Flight battles opposing troop. That's pretty sick. The sucker punch is pretty stupid. Okay, I want these, but yeah, this is a stupid card. Giving things flight and killing stuff, especially with a spell shielded troop, seems pretty good. So can't really respond to it very easily. Maybe the Glaciate just to stall out a little bit. Yeah, I really wasn't feeling that Husker. I feel like he might have been a bad choice last week, honestly. Graves of Wrath is actually not bad, though. Zap is decently good. We can get a charge out of it. Actually might be better. Actually, let's take the Zap. So there's a fair amount of X1s that are out there. Blood and Sapphire. Blood is helpful. We've already got one from the wreckage. I don't think that I need 2 of them. I like this. We saw one of those tables. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. So it probably won't table again, but if one tables, I'll definitely pick that guy up. I think we want this resource though. Seems pretty good. It's a 4th resource for our thing. Fusion life drain. I'm not sure what else I've got. I guess I can do flight and life drain, and then the other one can be spell shield life drain. Maybe that's pretty good. We can do that. Yeah, I like that idea. Surprised that this guy tabled. I mean, my goodness, why? Life drain seems pretty good. Opposing deals 3 damage. That's bad. Yeah, that's not surprising that tabled. Another. Oh, there's lethal in life drain or lethal fusion. -3 power, +3 power. This might be okay just because we can put it on one of our life drainers or something. Debuff something. Probably won't be playing it though. Fusion life drain again. Wow. Destroy a constant. The deploy one is probably not for us. We talked about that. There's crush. I'm just going to take this just in case I see something else I can throw it with. And so that way, that's just less life drain for other people. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll just play it stock and I won't actually put anything else on it. For each different shard amongst the cards you control. Oh, yeah. That seems good for what we're doing. Didn't even see that. This could deal 10 damage for 4. Yeah, this deals 10 damage for 4. To their face. It's only face damage. It won't kill any troops, so it doesn't affect the board state, but out of nowhere, it's like, bam, there's 10 damage to your face. It's pretty good. I probably want the 4 damage for flight, just in case. Oh, cards you control, not shards you have in play. Okay, but still, if we had all... So we have to have those cards in play, but if we have one of each different threshold as a troop in place, that's a lot to ask, I guess. Still, could be 10 damage out of nowhere on a stale board state. Probably want the spam bot. Someone actually played a spam bot against me last week. It sat on the board for a very long time. All right, I'm excited about this week. I actually am. I wasn't sure if we were what was going to happen, but yeah, I'm definitely excited. So we're definitely playing this guy right here. So he is diamond, so we're going to have to take some preference to diamond cards. And of course, we drafted a lot of blood. Probably between Sapphire and Wild after that, and then Ruby is last, I would think, as far as our priorities, but we'll see. But we need Diamond to make him even work. We will not be able to get to any of the other thresholds if we do not have Diamond. So that's kind of a big deal. Something we need to keep in mind, or at least in the back of our mind. We actually don't have a lot of Diamond cards in this deck. So that could be a problem in our pool. So we have to do some serious work this week. We definitely want the Immortal Tears, and we definitely want the one that's, yeah, Diamond and Blood is kind of a big deal on the Curios. I'm not sure if I want both of these. Let's see. Blood, Ruby, and Wild. Yeah, I think we'll just go with one for now. I don't know that we're going to pick up the second one later. We're definitely going to play all of these resources, which gives us Blood and Diamond. That's a big deal. Ruby, Sapphire, less so. Blood's half good, and then Blood and Wild. Okay. So that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and do the fusion, I guess. Let's do the Dragon Ball Z fusion. So we got the spell shield, the flight, and that's it. So we'll do the spell shield. It gets super loud when it's doing the fusion. It's like, I'm fusing! Alright, so we got our fused cards, so... And we stole some life drain from someone else, which we might throw in the deck. But yeah, definitely want to play these. The life drain is kind of a big part of playing any type of control, right? I mean, 3/3 flyer with flight and life drain for 4, that seems pretty good, right? You know, we have another one that's kind of doing similar things to that, I believe. We've got a 3/3 flyer that's life drain, I believe, somewhere in here. We're going to play these guys, of course. Hopefully it'll be good. I'm not sure what are we gonna socket them with though? Maybe life drain. When you control a prismatic troop, it gets life drain. +1 on life drain. So it could be a 5/4 with life drain. Exhaust opposing troop. We could give it swift strike. Rage 1. Feral is it can't be blocked by more. It has to have 2 troops or more to block it, which is I guess okay. Rowdy, lethal. I don't know. Probably the Swift Strike. +1 in Swift Strike seems pretty good. Let's do that. And if we need the life drain, if it's like, we're just like heavy life drain this week, right? Just have a bunch of things where it's just like, we're going to try to catch up. Execute seems important. We talked about Blight. That's going to be a big deal here. We're basically looking for our good removal things. We definitely want this guy. This guy's going to be exciting. Now, unfortunately, Ruby and Sapphire, there's no blood in this guy, but it could happen, right? It could happen. We're playing 5 shards this week. Amy Dini, Amademi? I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if I'm going to play this. This seems like a very risky card to play. Maybe it's okay. But if we're playing control, we're probably going to be holding on to cards. And this is a card where it's like you want to play this card last so you don't have to discard anything. Or if you play it when you have like a shard in hand, maybe that's okay, you know, that sort of thing. The Deadeye might be okay. We definitely want this guy, the Dustman. I think this guy's, again, he might have been underrated last week and people finally figured it out because I only saw 1 for my whole draft and I wanted to see 2 or 3. Unfortunately, I didn't see that many. Sucker Punch seems pretty stupidly good. Okay, yeah, here you go. So for 5, we get a 3/3 life drain, but when we fuse them, when we're in 2 different shards, for 4, we get a 3/3 life drain flight. So this guy costs 1 more, but he's a single threshold. Lots of life drain this week. Let's see, like that. Countering things is always good for control players, right? Deal 2 damage to opposing champion for each shard amongst the shard cards. Okay, 1 of these should be fine, I think, as a surprise. Bam, here you go, face damage. Target troop, yeah, we want to bounce a troop and then put a copy in our hand and then be able to play it. Does it? And this is important for this deck too because we can copy their troop, but then we may not have the thresholds to play it. But in this deck, we definitely will. So this is probably a big card for this deck because we definitely will have the thresholds to play it. This seems like a good, solid removal, quick removal card. We're at 19 cards in the deck right now. Probably want to play that guy. I don't want to play this guy. It's like one of those things is like, I will if I have to. Not too excited to play that guy. This removal seems okay, but not overly amazing. From the wreckage, I'm not sure if I'm going to play. Put up to 1 target resource and troop from your crypt in your hand. Maybe. Draw a card, then choose and discard a card. To each opposing champion and troop. So for 5 resources, we can do 3 damage to their field. That's kind of a big deal. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 health. Where's my draw 3 cards? It's in here somewhere, unless I already put it in the deck. Draw 3 cards, lose 3 health. So that's 23 cards right there. Am I missing anything super important? I feel like I've got it all. Let's look at what our curve looks like here. It might be atrocious. I think it's okay because you've got these curios down here, and those, as long as we've got a resource, we're in good shape. I definitely wouldn't push it any further. We could go with 18 shards, but I think this is fine because basically these are, as long as we have one resource, we can play these and get to where we need to go, and we should be fine. I mean, if I'm missing something, you can feel free to tell me. I don't think I want to play another curio. I I did draft this. I don't feel like I have enough troops to really make it happen. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, not enough troops to make that happen. So the idea, I guess, is we're going to try to just control play this out, and hopefully that'll work for us. Hopefully. Hopefully we can gain enough life where it's just like, okay, and now we have control of the match and get value out of things. Just play a bunch of value cards. Okay, so here's where we get to do the hard part of playing the 5 shard deck, which is we have to figure out how much we have. So lots of sapphire, more sapphire than I would have liked to have had. Diamond's actually number 3, which I guess isn't that bad. Blood we expected to be number 1 and number 2, somewhere in that area. And then Ruby and Wild are our last ones. So let's put 1 Wild and 1 Ruby in, and that's probably going to be enough for them with everything else that we have. Actually, let's check thresholds to see if there's any double thresholds on Wild and Ruby. Doesn't look like it. I don't see any double thresholds. Okay, so I feel like we're done with those shards. Now we talked about needing a decent amount of diamond and we need sapphire, so probably an even split of these. We've got 11 cards left to put in here. Probably just go with a little bit heavier on the blood, and that should be reasonable. So 443. Something like that should be okay. Let's go ahead and count up some of the other shards. So we've got a wild or blood, so we've actually got 5 blood, 6 blood, 7 blood, plus 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 blood sources in the deck. I almost feel like writing this down. So we have 10 blood sources. Let's see. So let's look at the next most important one, which I guess is sapphire. Technically, diamond is maybe more important, but sapphire is the one we have more of. So let's see, we've got 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. We've got 6 compared to the 10 blood sources. And then diamond, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7. So we actually have more diamond sources than we have sapphire, but I think that's okay because I really need to get Ignis up, and if he's going to help fix me, like he can fix anything. It does cost 5, so chances are we're not going to see this happen more than twice in one game, but it's there for us, right? Right, I could see what this threshold counts, but this doesn't. This just shows me the percentage of icons that are out there compared to the other things, and so this gives you some information, but there are other ways to look at the number of shards. And so I've always, like, in a situation like this, I definitely want to old school kind of count it out and take a look at some of the other things that this doesn't necessarily tell me. Something, click on the ratio tab. This just tells me the number of resources. It tells me all. All right, so with Ruby and Wild, let's see what we've got left here. We've got 1. It's definitely not looking at these. I tell you that much. It's definitely not looking at my Immortal Tears, my Curios. It's not looking at those. Right. It's showing me that it's it's showing me the number of thresholds for like all of my spells. It's showing me that. I understand what it's doing, but it doesn't necessarily show me like, yeah, this other stuff. So 1, 2, 2 ruby, 3 ruby, 4, 4 ruby. And ruby cards I need to cast with it. 1, just the 1. So that should be fine. And then wild, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and oh, I guess there's a second ruby card that I need to cast with it. 1, 2, 3. So wild is more important, and I actually have more of them. So hopefully we're okay. This is one of those decks I think also like for newer players they would have a difficult time making this happen, just because it's just a lot. Five different thresholds in one deck can be a little bit. Yeah, you're pushing your limits. There's definitely a very good chance tonight we're going to lose to the deck. And by that, I mean we're basically going to, we'll draw the spells and we won't have the proper thresholds for them, etc. So we shall see what happens. So let's just go to it. I think we're good to go. Do. Did I open Ka in the late pack? Is that the, if that's the unique guy? He was in pack 2, and he was my my opening pack, I believe, or maybe it was. Did he get passed to me? I don't know. I'd have to go back. I think he might have gotten passed to me. I thought. No, wait, no, I did open him. No, I opened him on pack 2. That's right. I did open him on pack 2. Someone chatting with me? I can't tell. All right, here we go. Game 1 tonight. Oh, I should have put a cool. Now I'm going to lose for sure. I didn't put a back on my card. So let's see. Random troop in your hand gets +1/+1. This guy I think is actually a really good champion to have. I played with this guy in one of my weeks. We got Immortal Tears, so we can count that as a third resource. So we're actually really good with this hand. And we can get Diamond Tear. He's mulling to 5, which is really good for us. The control player who just wants to deal with all of his stuff. Plus we start with the Cannibalize is going to draw things. We don't really have amazing removal, but it's okay. So we're going to keep our hand, of course. And we will open up by throwing out our Sapphire Shard. Yep, that's fine. So he's going to try to aggro us out. So we just basically need to just kill everything that hits the field. I mean, that sounds easier than it, you know. I mean, obviously that works with every strategy, but it's a champion for each different shard amongst the cards you control. So this is just face damage, so I'll just put that in the back. That doesn't help me with my board state. So I can bounce his troop right now. I can draw 2 cards. I've got Life Drain Flight. That helps a bit. Oh, there's the Blight. So let's see. We got Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get our Diamond Shard here. That's kind of important for us, right? Diamond. We need blood here. So I'm just going to do this on my turn. Well, no, I'll wait just to make him think I have, I don't know, nothing, which is what I have. We'll do it in his end step. This guy does not have rage yet, but he will. Now he does. So that's good for him. Sure, I'll go ahead and toss that away for blood. Already got the sapphire we need. Got blight. I hope he plays another troop. That's what I need him to do. So play the blood. And I guess we could draw cards here, right? Oh, it's a quick action, so we'll do it in his end step. Yeah, we'll do it in his end step there, so I don't have to discard a card. Otherwise, I would discard a card here. And I really don't want to discard cards. Take 3, gains 3. We need to draw blood here is what needs to happen. So we can play this blight. Hopefully he plays a troop here. Still not really playing any troops. There's Nameless, okay. There's the blood. I guess I can just, unfortunately, I guess I can just toss away the blight here. Or I could play, I don't think I want to trade this guy. Yeah, let's just blight and see if he has a response here. Yep, that's fine. And then Ruby, we need Ruby here, so we'll go ahead and pick up our Ruby shard here. I don't think he's going to have very much he can do. So we actually might just gain 5 life off of our champion power instead of getting the threshold. It's only threshold you don't have. Oh wait, it is, oh you can gain double threshold. Okay. But that's only if you don't have all the threshold already. We can end step this, we can do this in his end step. I guess I should have waited to do that for Nameless. That's a play mistake. So we'll up our play mistake counter here. I'm going to count that as a play mistake. We'll save our play mistake counter. Save. I don't want to do that because I want to gain life off of it. I can play this guy and start flying, I guess. Yeah, let's just throw that thing out there. I think he's just flooding at this point. Maybe he has removal. We'll see. Find out now, right? We'll find out in our end step. No. At least no instant speed removal. Or maybe he's going to wait for me to attack. That's kind of a bad idea because I could draw my counter here. We're actually going to be able to play our Ka, which is going to be stupid. I actually hope he kills this because that's just less things he'll have to kill other things, right? Put a target troop in his controller's hand, create a copy. So I could copy this guy if he tries to kill it. Or I could copy... yeah, it's whatever. I can bounce my guy and get a copy of it, so I'll have 2 of these Life Drain Flight troops. If he tries to kill it. Sure. So now I have 2 of them. And I can play Nameless in my second main phase. Sure. Do I go for this guy? I think I just wait on the Doombringer. Troops you control have +2. Okay. So we'll just play that. There's no reason to attack here, so we'll just play that guy. Swings for 5, I swing back for 5, but I gain 3, so he's net 2 every turn that he deals damage. He deals 2 damage every turn. Seems good for me. Yeah, I think he was going to attack. I can buff my guy if he tries to kill him again, so we'll go to our attack phase. Buff him and save him. Okay, I'm just going to put more pressure on. He knows I already have this, so I'll just go and put that out there. Still kind of waiting, because he can block this guy now, so that doesn't feel that great. Maybe he'll swing and there'll be a mistake made. He's buffing something in his hand. I can still save my guy with this guy, so... +2/+2. I think I just take the 5. I mean, I don't care at this point. I really don't. Let's see. When this deals damage, it deals 1 damage to you. Okay. So now we play Ka? I think now we just go for the Ka, right? Just kind of like make him pay. Let's see. Void a card. Deal 5 damage to opposing champion. Yeah, we'll just go for that. Oh, it's flying too? Well, I guess I could have swung with it earlier. I mean, if he had removal, I would think he would use it on one of these guys. So we will void a card. I guess I could have drawn 3 cards. Target troop in your deck. In your deck? Oh, it puts it in his deck and it gains... Wow, so that's rude. Okay, well, I wish I had a counter for that. So as long as he doesn't draw it, we're okay, right? If he draws it, that's going to be a huge problem. Let's see. Right now, we've got Blood and Sapphire, so this does 4 damage to his face. Play this. Gain some health. Play the Curio, sacrifice the Curio, get a blood threshold, or it doesn't matter the threshold. I really just want to draw cards. We got another Flight Life Drain guy, as if he needed any more of that to deal with. I don't know if I want to trade this guy just yet. I think I'll just let him hold him at bay. We'll play this guy. I guess it would be one more threshold. So I'm gaining 9 every turn at this point. It's buffing. Uh-oh. It'd be so annoying if he draws that Ka. Oh gosh, please don't draw that. Blight. Doesn't really do much here. We don't really want to use that. We just win this turn, right? Let's deal 9. Actually, I can just play this guy and buff one of them, right? Should be 11, right? I'm feeling pretty good about this. I don't know if I side anything else in. I guess I could side in like a Zap or something, but most of his stuff, the back ends are much bigger than that. Maybe a Killblade here would be good. Maybe that's what we want. Probably that. I think that's the only thing I would side in here. It's just a Killblade. Just because he has a lot of possible early game. And maybe we'll get rid of this one because it's kind of late game and it's not very fast for the life drain and the spell shield. I don't think it's going to do very much. So yeah, we'll trade that for the kill blade for extra removal there. And I think that's a good choice. No, don't side out the spell shielded guy. We need to get our sleeve. We need to get a cool sleeve, that's for sure. I feel like he's trying to play an early game deck, so we need to have that kill blade. But for the tradesies, I don't even know what I'm going to put on here. I need a 5-sharded card. Oh, okay. I was like, kill blade's better. Come on, man. Maybe this one. I don't use that one very often. It's important. You got to have that sleeve, right? You know, that's like when I used to play League of Legends. It's like the skin war. You know. Now he did mold a 5, so maybe this one's going to be a little bit tougher. Yeah, that's definitely what we want, I think. Yeah, this is fine. We will pick up Sapphire eventually, probably with our champion power here. This is somewhat slow, but it's fine because we have the blood and the diamond, so that's kind of like the key things you really need here. We can throw out a Dustman early and maybe do some discarding, or maybe he'll do some discarding for us and buff our Dustman so we can have something to block with or trade with. Yeah, see, like if we had been able to play it, then he would be a 3/3 right now. Again, this guy is probably a pick 1 through 3 kind of a card, and it really is. If you see him in picks 5 and 6, I think that he's then you're playing with people that are probably not understanding that his power level, which we might see right here. So either he's going to die, which is fine. He'll pick up some removal. A lot of people are playing this treat machine. I guess it's good because it just cycles for you, but we have other things that do that and do a better job of what we want that to do anyways. He's debating on whether he wants to kill this thing or not. It can get out of hand. Now, we know that if we attack, well, he's got no resources now, but if we had attacked and he had a certain number of resources, if I had the cards memorized like I need to, I would know that there's a chance that he could kill this guy, in which case I wouldn't attack because I need him. I'm the control player in this matchup, so you know, definitely good to pay attention to that. We have no plays. We need to draw a resource or something here. It's fine to attack here. Okay, I can, yeah, I can turn those guys off. Or actually, I could just lower them on the screen here. Let's do that. Let me, streaming avatars. We will lower them down just a little bit. Alright, so... Oh, there we go. We needed that. We definitely need this. We're going to go ahead and do this right now. And I need... What do I need the most? Sapphire, I think. Yeah, Sapphire and then Wild. Sapphire gets me 2 cards. But I need Sapphire and Wild for that, so Wild would get me... Yeah, we need Sapphire. Might have wanted to wait to play the Sapphire there, although we couldn't play any of these cards anyway. So we're going to sit here, and if he attacks, we'll go ahead and make this trade. Because, yeah, again, we're the control player. We need to save our health as much as possible. We also get our Wild Shard on the next turn from our champion power, which is good. So we can do what we need to do. Oh, never mind. He'll just kill our guy. That's fine, too. play the Sapphire. Let's get our Wild Shard here. And we got Life Drain on that guy. We got Life Drain Flight on that guy. We can bounce here. He used one piece of removal. He's got 3 cards in hand. I don't think I want his troop. Let's just play this guy. So at least with this guy, I have a chance I could draw like a 2-point card and I could actually use it possibly. We're not going to make this trade. We'll just take the 4. And then if we end up losing our guy, he needs to kill it now if he's going to kill it. Because otherwise I can save it. I have 2 cards that can save it. Okay, he's not going to kill it now. That doesn't help us though. Okay, so +2/+2 flight this turn, battles opposing troop. Yeah, this seems like the play. Hopefully he doesn't have the yeah, okay, good. He didn't have the answer to that, so we're gonna make our comeback here, and we're up by 1 card. Hopefully we can stay that way. That's fine. At this point, if we draw our -2/2, we can just blow out his Spored State, which is really good. I think that's only for the turn too, so that's actually really good for us as well. Here we go. Yeah. So deploying Skyguard. I think I just keep swinging away with this, and then I can play this for value on his guy right here. Make him a 4/4. This guy might work as well, but I think I'd rather just get the removal on this guy. I think he's out of removal, honestly. We have to play this guy before we declare blockers, so during attackers. Okay, so he wants to, we would have to make a trade here. I could put that guy back in his hand, but then he buffs his hand possibly, if he has troops left. I think this is fine. We'll just make the trade. Still gonna buff this guy just in case he has an extra buff here to force it out to save his guy. Yeah, we'll just make the trade. That's fine. And we'll just swing in through. The nice thing is now we have protection and we can play our cards. Because we can bounce our own troops. This is probably much more useful for bouncing your own troops and duplicating troops you really like than it is doing other stuff. Destroy troop. I'll bring him back. That's fine. So I've got 2. I could play both in the same turn. I'll probably just play this guy and that guy. So I can give him Swift Strike. Take 2, he gains 2. But the Swift Strike will make that guy pretty invalid. Or we can just play Doombringer. And just, you know, I'm going to draw the cards this time. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the cards. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. Pick up a diamond, blood, diamond shard, sure. I guess I could have dealt the damage too. Just love stealing this guy. He's stolen him twice in a row now. Hopefully he doesn't draw him. Now he only draws one card a turn. He's got 25 cards, so it's a 1 in 25 right now. Still, that's a little unsettling that has happened now twice. Draw 3 cards, lose 3 health. We'll play this. And we'll play one of those. You know, we might well play the other one too, so just make it really hard for him to deal with. So now even if he plays that card, I've got enough Swift Strike blocking that I can stop him. I can stalk him cold in his tracks. Yeah. Yay, it works. Totally works. His deck never seemed to get off the ground, unfortunately. I think he had some bad hands. He may have either improperly built it or just had bad luck on those hands, because if you're playing aggro with the Diamond Ruby deck, you really kind of need to play something on turns 2, 3, and 4 for sure. It's nice to go 1, 2, 3, 4, but yeah, it's also a deck you could play with 16 shards if you get the right things. You might even push it to 15 if you had like enough, just 1 through 3 kind of cards. This is fine. We get Sapphire. We don't have Diamond here. Actually, we do have Diamond here. We're great. This is great. Keep. So yeah, play the Curio for Diamond, and we're off to the races. I didn't say GLHF to the last guy. I should probably say that. Although this guy can't see now. I'm playing against a PlayStation player, so you can't see the chat. So never mind. We got Blight we can use. We could even kill something that has a 3 back end with Blight plus Deadeye. Although we're 2 for 1-ing it, which is gonna feel bad, but it's possible. Ooh, and we can Dream Smoke our Deadeye as well and get, well, no, I guess that doesn't really do anything, does it? Because it's when he dies, it's not when he comes into play that he does the -1/-1. It's permanent at least, which is nice. This guy's looks like kind of controlling. I'll put all players' mag cards from your crypt into your deck and draw a card. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Sapphire. We need Sapphire, and this does Blood and Sapphire. I guess I'll just play my Deadeye. Might as well just start putting pressure on him, right? Flight and Rebirth, okay. Is that a good trade for me? Maybe not. So we'll just play that. I think I'd rather draw a card here. Did it cost 3 resources? Oh wow. For some reason I thought it cost 1. I like playing this guy, but at the same time, I kind of want him to be a 4/4 when I play him. So that way it's a little bit harder to remove him because he's got that 4 back end now. I don't want to play him too early. Plus, I'd like to leave things open so I could play Blight. I don't think I need the resource here. We definitely want to draw a card. Yeah. I don't know. Do we trade our Deadeye for this guy? No, he probably won't make the trade. If he does, it's okay. No, I don't think he would make that trade. Okay. That's good for me. So it's 5 to revert that. That's fine. He's not going to get reverted for a long time. Let's see. We need... What do we need? We've got everything except for Ruby. We don't have Ruby. We're going to have to get Ruby off our champion power. So... Life Drain and Flight. Sure, we'll play this guy. And we'll get Ruby next turn. Lots of cards in hand for him, so it's likely he has some sort of removal here. Or at least a trick if I block here. I think blocking's probably bad here, so we won't block if he attacks. I expect there's a trick. Getting that resource off of his Glimmer Fox, as people do. Glaciating that guy, okay. Giving me a chance to blow out his board state. Okay. He's just like hiding my guys away from Blight for me, which is nice. In some ways. Oh, there's the Ruby Shard we need. Might as well gain our 5 here. 5 health. Kind of invalidating his last couple turns. Do you think he has another ice block? I think I'll just reset him here. And just call it good. We'll do that. We'll go ahead and get the shards for these. Ruby and Sapphire. So we'll get a Sapphire shard here. Probably should do this in his end step just to bluff out the 2 point something, but yeah, more blood. More blood. Blood for the blood gods. Another 2 point, and he gets to draw a card the first time it attacks. Can counter now, which is nice. We didn't get to counter last game. Which one do I want? That guy or that guy? Probably that guy. 5 is a lot. And then I won't be able to counter, which is going to feel bad. There's going to be something I'm going to need to counter, isn't there? Let's go ahead and play this, and then I've got counter up as a response to that. I mean, he gets to draw a card off of him, but he's giving up his 2/2 body, most likely. If he tries to ice block, I can false confession it. Or remove my guy in any way. And that's fine. Or buff his own guy, or any tricks. I've got false confession now, so we're in good shape. I don't know if you want more than 2 of these in a deck. We block no matter what because we've got counter support. Yeah, I didn't think so. Maybe he really wanted to draw a card there, and maybe. So we still want to have the counter available, so we can't actually unexhaust those. We could end step bounce his guy if we wanted to. I think I'll just wait because let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. So next turn I can counter and undo an ice block. So I'll just wait. I'll just sit on the board state and pass the turn. Again, we are the control player, so we need to play this like a control player. Maintain control. Control, control. You must gain control. Must learn control? Learn control. Okay, fine. He put, I don't even know how many cards back into his deck and drew a card. Okay. That's fine. There's some more blight. Just sit on that. We will bring back this guy. This one. Bam. Swing in for a nice 5 there. Swift strike in that 5. Got the false confession for support. It's gonna lost in the city. Up to 2 opposing troops in your controller's hands. Why? Oh, it's target troop. Ah, that's rude. Fine. So I just replay it. I forgot that this is target troop, not target anything. That's fine. We'll just replay this. I don't know if there is a hard counter. Oh, okay. Every time he plays a card, it gets bigger and he draws a card. Okay. Prismatic troops, you have +1/+1. Why did I do that way? I probably thought that I could buff my troop. That was stupid. That was stupid. I guess I'll just do this. I'd rather have 2 of these guys than that guy. Or 3 of them or whatever. +1, okay. Sure. Yeah, it was a huge misplay, so that's definitely, we gotta update our play mistake counter. Take 7. Probably should have blighted that guy a lot earlier, just so he didn't draw so many cards. Alright, well, we'll just do this. And that. Maybe I should have kept one up for false confession, but taking 10 is a lot. So I'm going to copy of that. That's pretty sick. Now that's a good combo. That's bad for me. This looks bad. Take 10 is bad. I don't think I can do anything here. So play mistake really hurt me. I would need to double blight and play the ruby card here to do anything. So I need a blight and the ruby card to clear out the board is what I need. So it's possible, not probable. Well, I don't even think, well, I can only play 2 blights here, so it's not possible. Yeah, I didn't even draw it. So we will call it here. Go to game 2. Bad play mistakes there, so I need to read the cards better. Probably actually a third play mistake, honestly. Misreading that guy, like, what was it? The Loxel mention there. Let's see, so control player, what do we want? If I could discard, make them discard things, that would be good, but I don't think so. We probably actually want our Forsake the Shards, just so we can get some value towards like when things start getting like card for card. I can put troops back in my hand with that. That seems reasonably good also. And yeah, so let's do those. I don't know what I pull out though. Maybe this guy, the 3/3 flyer, is pretty okay, and maybe the Deadeye is pretty substandard here. I think if I had played that better, I might have been okay. I might have actually won that, but yeah. 7/7 that copies itself is pretty good. With Spell Shield. A 7/5 rather. Was it a 7/5? Yeah. Seems pretty good. So yeah, he's definitely playing control. Who's more control-y though, him or me? Probably his deck. Oh, you know what? I still haven't changed my back of my card. Definitely want to go first. And we'll call this good. Blight, double blight is good. To 1 target card from Trooper rank. And untimely end. So we've got lots of control stuff here. That's good. Blood or Sapphire. We probably want the blood here for the blight. We'll see what we draw into, but I probably won't want to throw that away too early. I'm going to want to draw a card before I decide what I want to make that into. Just to see if I can draw into the blood and make this into Sapphire instead. Although we don't have any Sapphire in hand, but... Okay. Do that for blood. I mean, unless... I could still sit on it because unless he plays a threat, like I don't need to blight, so I can just sit on blight for a long time. Double blight should be a full board clear, so I need to get at least 2 troops for value for that. He did have things with 5 toughness in his deck, so it doesn't handle everything, that's for sure. There's an execute. Okay, we're probably going to end up going blood with this. Which is okay, because we've got our champion power to help out, although our champion power is going to go into wild, which will then eventually get us back to the sapphire shard, so we're okay. As long as we draw another resource. That's fine. I'm going to get my blood shard here. Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. So we wanted to sack that for this guy, but it just didn't happen for us. That's unfortunate. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll throw away a card or something. That's just an unfortunate turn of events. Take 2. Draw 3, lose 3 seems pretty good at this point in the game. Hopefully we draw a shard so we can get to wild. Or we'll just draw wild. Sure, we'll just straight up draw it. That's cool too. And we'll need to get ruby here. Just so we have it for later. I guess I could wait. I could have waited on this, but so I could have got 5 life instead. So maybe that's a play mistake. Yeah, it's probably a play mistake. Might as well swing. Untimely End's actually going to buff our Nameless, which is nice. We can untimely end this guy or whatever. Or this guy. Wow. Well, now I know who I want to untimely end. Oh, wow. Huh. Well. Man, 3 for 2? Is that worth it? Yeah, I guess that's what we do, right? Because we can from the wreckage our guy back later. We can double blight here. So hopefully he'll block. Hopefully he'll make this block and then we'll double blight here. Well, we can untimely end at least. And yeah, that's fine. So we could have sacrificed that too, but I will discard. Sludge? It doesn't really matter. I think I want the Sapphire, actually. Play some more stuff. I got Double Blight. Sacrifice another troop. Sacrifice troop. Oh, he took that guy. Okay. Oh, there we go. See, that's what I want to see. Okay. Yeah, we gotta battle this guy right now. Right now. We'll just take care of that. From the wreckage, my guy back. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't. I say it doesn't matter, and then I stare at it. Oh, I was supposed to have a guy in there. I don't have a guy in there, of course. Another play mistake. That's definitely a play mistake. We have to sit on this for sure. It's 4 play mistakes. Yep. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least, well, I can't execute this guy. If I blight this field, I don't kill the 3, so I can't actually finish here. Cannibalize. I can't even play this because I'll lose the health. So I lose. There's nothing I can do because this doesn't kill this guy. Even if I had 10 resources to play all of this. So that's good games. That's unfortunate. Yep. That's just unfortunate. Well, good games. Titus 49er. Even though he can't hear me or see. He can't see chat, so. But hey, it's good games. Quite a few misplays on my part. So what we got? 1 win, 1 loss. We'll update that now. Why not? Save. All right, last one. Maybe we'll try to pick up one of those constructed decks and play one of those. I've got a control deck that I need to tool up to the new set. And although it is 11 o'clock here, so go first. Troop and control gets +3 power and feral, which I think it has to be blocked by 2 guys. This is a horrible hand. Yeah. I think we gotta toss this back. There's nothing playable. We have 3 shards, which is nice. But yeah, this is one of those hands with this deck that's just not going to work. So we will replace our hand. This is much better. We'll keep it. I'm happy. Much happier. You could do this and get a blood shard in his end step or whatever. We already have a wild shard, so this is a much better hand. Supposed to crush this turn, so it becomes a 3/3 next turn when it attacks. Seems pretty good. Sapphire or ruby. We'll probably get the ruby off of that. So 3/2. I don't even know if I saw that in the draft. So very efficient. It's almost like a Bolt Spasm plus 1 health, you know. This is definitely aggro. We might. Take 4, is that okay? I really want to wait to play this guy. And this guy I can play in response to his attack and then possibly get this guy. I feel like he's got removal. Let's just go for that. And then pick up the wild here. And we can gain 5 life next turn. Well, no, in 2 turns, but still. Actually, we can play, yeah, we can play this guy next turn. Yeah, I'd rather wait. 4/4 Trush. If we drew, we could blow out this game. Well, no, if we need the blood. Yeah, let's go and do this. We'll play this in response to his attack phase here. Try to get good block going here. Oh, never mind. Rowdy is when he plays the bigger cards, right? So 6/6. Holy cow. Okay, so if I kill this, I'm still taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have to kill one of these. This guy's got Crush. That guy's got Crush. So if I block here, I still take a point, trade, take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, I lose. Good games. It's just too fast for me. Wow. Okay, well we have to play a faster deck. We did mull, we didn't draw our board sweep. So that's part of the reason. But yeah, we definitely want the Killblade. We might actually want this guy to have another blocker, early blocker. We just need early blockers, really. And I'll go ahead and throw in that guy as well. It's an early blocker, and then we'll get rid of some of our late game stuff. This guy might be okay, but we definitely don't want that one, and we definitely don't want that one. And what else don't we want in here? Cannibalize might be asking a bit much. Well, actually, probably this one. Attune with Blood's probably not what we want here. Zap could be useful here too. Let's see, what else can we throw back? Yeah, maybe the Cannibalize, probably. Yeah. All right, let's hope we can get there. I wouldn't say it's obnoxious. It's fair, because the thing is, like, if he if he didn't do what he just did, like it's really hard for him. Like if I started killing things earlier, then it'll be yeah, like this hand's gonna be a lot better for me. This game, we'll keep this because I go diamond, get my blood shard, play my Deadeye, and then things look a lot better than they did last game. Plus I got an execute and blood tournaments to back it up, so I can trade this guy off if I need to. So this should be a lot better. Yeah, I just didn't. I had the stuff to stabilize, just didn't. I can't complain though. The hand that I drew into, that I redrew into, was, you know, really, it was a fair hand. It just, you know, he's just faster. That's all. Grapes. Interestingly, I did not get revert and give a troop -1/-1. I didn't get that in this pool, so I won't be able to use that against grapes. That's always that's your grapes killer, right? But yeah, Grapes of Wrath also is probably pick 5 through 7 if you're in wild, you know. So it's a good solid card. It does work. It does work. Do I swing here? It's probably okay. No. No. I want to see what else he's got here, because he could double buff that thing, and then I'm looking kind of silly. Yeah, see. Destroy target opposing artifact or constant. I have to execute that guy. Can do that's a basic action speed. Yeah, we gotta execute this guy. That's not acceptable. Doombringer will just take over the game if I get to play it, because he is not going to be able to deal with 5 toughness. Versus turn. So trade the Deadeye for the grapes. You probably can't save it. Yeah, that seems fair. I'll take that trade. It's not likely he'll be able to save it here, so that's fine. Now he might be able to resurrect it. He's trying to get the 6 damage out of this guy. We need wild. Sapphire, ruby. We also need ruby for this guy. I'll get the wild, I guess. I might pay for that later. Deal 6, I start dealing 3 back and healing for 3. That seems pretty good for me, to me. Six. This guy can trade, or he might actually get the value out of that guy. Never mind. Kill my guy, okay. So we only did 3 that turn. And use a trick. It's that guy. This guy can kill either one of these. Sapphire. That's not what we want to see. Okay, so we'll wait for attacks and play this guy. Try to block this guy. Take 2. Throw this away. Trick. Likely a trick. Yeah. So that's bad for us. That's super bad. And not in a good way like the movie. We need Ruby here so bad. No. The deck. We lose to the deck. Told you. Take 5 more, at least. Draw Ruby, maybe we'll be in okay shape, because we can not gain any life. Okay, so we'll take 8 here and go to 6. That's bad. Yep, so we have 2 cards that can blow out his field here, and that is not one of them. And we will not be able to play our Doombringer here, unfortunately, which is sad. That's a sad day in Mudville for us. That's super sad. That's just sad. We have 2 cards that could blow him out here. At least give us some time, some breathing room, and we didn't draw either one of them. So I guess that's 1 in 12, right? Because you reduce the fraction. So it is what it is. I still feel good about this deck. But yeah, it just didn't happen for us this week. The first game was good. Second game, yeah, probably could have been better, but. At least I don't think we made any play mistakes in our last round. We might have made one. We really needed to just blow out his field is what needed to happen here, because this wouldn't have been. We wouldn't have cared about, like, that wouldn't have mattered either, because he wouldn't have anything to buff. We needed to draw the -2/-2 for his field, so I do feel like we picked the right cards to do this deck. It just didn't happen for us, unfortunately. So, like, we should have been able to handle that deck. I would say maybe 6 times out of 10. Just didn't play those